Hey everyone, so a really popular tag that's been going around on YouTube is the what's in my bag vlog. Today I thought I'd do a little spin on that and show you what's in my cello case and share a few little tips and tricks along the way. Hope you enjoy. So the case I use is a Cello case. I'm not sure which model it is or if they even still make this one anymore because I've had it for over 6.5 years. But it's basically just a solid carbon fiber case, which is great because it's lightweight as well as very durable. It also has this attachable backpack in the back, which is really useful because I don't like carrying an extra bag around. And it comes with this attachable cushion, which can double as a seat cushion. And I just keep this little Juilliard charm because I went to school there. So back in the day, if you played the cello, you basically had the option between a coffin case, that's what I call them because they look like coffins and they weigh a ton, or a soft case, which is basically just padded foam and doesn't offer any protection. So I am super grateful for technological advancement in cello case building because these carbon fiber ones are durable and they're lightweight. A lot of people actually ask me if carrying a cello is heavy. The cello and the case themselves are not really that heavy. The whole thing probably weighs 6 kilos, but I have to admit the shape and size are what make the cello kind of annoying to carry around. And of course, as every cellist who has ever taken public transportation with a cello on their back knows, you are a turtle. Oh, and don't even get me started on the nightmare that is flying with a cello. Everyone always asks me when I fly, how do I get my cello on the plane? So the answer is you book a seat next to you for Mr. Cello, which is what they usually write on the boarding pass, which my friends think is totally hilarious. And the answer to the next question I always get is, yes, I do have to pay for the seat. I also keep strings in here, a rock stop, and hand lotion because I have such sensitive hands that I have to moisturize them every single time they touch water. Next, I have this certificate stating that I own the cello and bows in my case. This is especially important if you own a rare or antique instrument and you travel a lot. I go through customs often and I've been lucky, I haven't had any problems so far, but there have been cases of people who have had their instruments seized and even destroyed. For example, nowadays, really important, ivory and rosewood are contraband substances, so you have to be really careful and check that your instrument and your bow don't contain any ivory or rosewood, and this certificate also says that. There was one case I heard of a violinist who was traveling through an airport in Russia, I believe, and his bow had an ivory tip, so they literally seized it and destroyed it with a hammer. And it was a valuable old French bow. So really important to get one of these from a violin dealer and make sure all your stuff is in order before you go through customs. Pencil, pretty self-explanatory, and hair tie. I have more of these in there because I have so much hair that I couldn't possibly play without getting it out of my face. I also keep a bunch of postcards in my case because I think it's so sad nowadays nobody really takes the time to handwrite letters or postcards or thank you notes anymore. And every time I play a concert or if I stay with a host, I like to leave them a little handwritten note just saying thank you for having had me. Next, I have this little pouch that goes on the inside of my case. It attaches with this Velcro, and this is where I keep my rosin. I use 2 different ones. The first one I use is the William Southwell one from New York. They're a great bow shop in New York City. And the second one is the Guillaume one from Brussels, and it comes in this metal case, which is really useful for keeping your rosin safe when it's in your bag or in your cello case. Next, I have some super glue. So this is a little hack of mine. Whenever I get a cut on my finger, I just super glue it. Of course, I sterilize it beforehand. I super glue it and then I just keep playing the cello. I know they sell these liquid bandage products, but I don't find that they're strong enough to hold against the pressure of a metal string against your skin. So this comes in handy. Funny story, for some reason, every time I have a really important concert or competition or whatever, I always manage to do something to destroy my hands the evening right before. So for example, 2 years ago, I razored my thumb really badly right before I was supposed to play. And of course I just super glued it. So another time, 6 years ago, I was at a competition in Switzerland and I was supposed to play at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, and the evening before, Sunday evening, everything was closed. I got a cut, I super glued it, but I also super glued my 2 fingers together. So we were running around trying to use everything we could find in the apartment, which was basically just vodka and beer, to dissolve the super glue. My friend and I were soaking my fingers in all of these weird things we'd mixed up. We tried olive oil, we tried everything. Nothing worked. Then we did a little bit of research on Google and we realized that acetone nail polish remover dissolves super glue. The next morning at 8 a.m. I waited outside the pharmacy until they opened, ran in, got the nail polish remover, dissolved the super glue, went straight to the venue and played. That was one of the most stressful evenings and mornings of my life. So, super glue, powerful stuff, but be very careful. And if you do accidentally super glue something together that you don't want to be super glued together, use nail polish remover. Next, I have a whole bunch of these alcohol wipes. These are basically just little individually packed swabs that are soaked in rubbing alcohol, and I use them to clean my strings. Do not use these to clean the body of your instrument. It will dissolve the varnish and damage your instrument. However, they're totally safe to use on your strings, and I use them all the time. Oh, another thing you can use these for is to clean your cello case. So a lot of people think that those white marks that you get on your hard case are scratches. They're not scratches. They're actually just dirt and residue that have built up from bumping your case into things, and they come right off with a little bit of alcohol. Random band-aid, you never know. This is a practice mute. I think every single cellist should have one of these. What this is it's more heavy duty than a plain mute. It goes over the bridge of your cello and it dampens the sound of your instrument by stopping the vibration on your strings a little bit. This is perfect for if you're practicing in a hotel room, or if you live in an apartment and your neighbors don't like to hear you practice, or just in general if you don't want to disturb the people around you when you play. Get one of these, they're amazing. Okay, of all the things I'm going to talk about in this video, this is probably the one most important thing. I cannot stress how essential it is to maintain proper humidity levels around your instrument. My father is a violin maker, and I have personally firsthand seen the damage that can happen to instruments when humidity levels are too low. In the winter, especially when the weather is cold and dry, your instrument, basically string instruments, are so delicate and fragile, they can crack very easily or they can develop open seams. Now, you can repair them, but it's a hassle and it's something that you don't want to go through, and honestly it's so easy to prevent by just maintaining proper humidity levels. The range you want to stay within is about 40 to 50%. I usually keep my apartment at around 45% by running a humidifier during the colder months of the year. Of course, the big question is, how do you maintain humidity levels once you step out of your apartment or your house and you can't control the environment anymore? And that is where this comes in. A lot of musicians use a damp it. I don't have one here to show you, but basically I'll put in a picture. It's just this long green tube that you soak in water and then you put inside your F-hole, and it releases moisture into the air. I don't like this because I have seen dampings that have leaked and caused water damage to the wood of instruments, so I'm not a fan. And that is why I think the Stretta is so amazing. So the way this works is that there is a little pouch inside. So you put this pouch with the perforated side facing outwards. On the back you can see that there's a strip of Velcro to attach this to the inside of your case. And it just slowly releases moisture into your case. So it's like having a little humidifier in there. And I actually have 2 of these inside my cello case. This is Pooh Bear. It's just a cloth for cleaning my cello, but I call this Pooh Bear because the first time I saw it, I was obsessed with it because the 2 colors reminded me of the colors on the cartoon. I use this to clean the body of my cello and the stick of my bow. Okay, so this next tip is for all the ladies out there. Well, I guess it could apply for guys too if you wear dresses or low-cut clothing on stage, but generally I think it's gonna apply for girls. I often don't wear a bra when I perform, or I wear something low cut or a material that just isn't very stable. Now, this is all okay, but there will be a point in a concert, and you have to anticipate this point when you have to bow. And you have to really have thought this through beforehand, because if you didn't, you're gonna show the entire audience your boobs. So if you don't want to show everyone your boobs, that's where these come in handy. Okay, basically the way this works is that this is just double-sided fabric tape. So you would just peel off one end, stick it to the part that you want to attach to your body, and then peel off the other side and stick it to your skin. You can also, for example, use this tape to stick together these two parts of the dress so that they don't open, and you would just do that like this. These won't hurt you, they're not like wax strips, they're not going to rip off your skin when you take them off, but at the same time they're super durable, and I've used them on countless occasions, and they've always kept everything I needed to keep in place. Ladies, this has happened to me before, so remember, before you go on stage, tape your boobs. And then I just have some tampons and maxi pads. Guys, another one of the lovely pleasures you don't have to worry about, which we do, is getting your time of the month right before you walk out on stage, which has also happened to me, which is why I keep these in my cello case. And last but not least, my cello. So those are all the things I keep in my cello case. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you keep any of these things in your cello case or violin case or viola case or whatever case you carry. And let me know in the comments below if any of you carry anything different in your case that maybe I should check out. I would love to pick up some tips from you guys as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. To be honest, this is my first vlog and I was kind of nervous and had no idea what I was doing, but it was super fun to make. And if you want me to keep making these videos, let me know by hitting the subscribe button below. And meanwhile, keep up with what I'm doing on Facebook and Instagram. Bye! I also keep... Whoa. Then I have